All right, Ty Billin, in the interest to rid my fan base of casual fandom, I got to introduce you to some of these cats on these other teams that I know you guys don't pay attention to. And it's crazy because you think about a team like Miami, right? One of the former meccas of college football. Nobody paying attention to Miami, and Miami has some very high-end elite players all across its team. I mean, we're talking 4 and 5 first-round draft pick type players, and none more so than Gregory Rousseau. My man Greg Rousseau came out of nowhere last year to hit 15.5 sacks in a season, my man. 6'7", 253 pounds. I think he's a redshirt sophomore, and he's a self-made guy, man. He's a self-made guy for the simple standpoint that, man, just check this out. We see right here, I think of Greg Rousseau as a potential number 1 overall pick now. Will he go number 1 overall? Probably not, because I would always choose a quarterback before I choose any type of player, a franchise quarterback, put it that way. Not these Mitch Trubisky types. I would never pass over a dynamic edge player for a Mitch Trubisky type. But you're talking about guys like Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields. You had to go with those guys because of what they could mean to your franchise. But if those guys aren't there, a guy like Greg Rousseau could very well be the number 1 overall pick. And we see here, this kid was not even a 4-star. He's a 3-star cat they got and made into a complete monster in just his second year on campus. First year really playing, and you see here the 485th player. He was 6'6", 222 pounds, coming up out of where I think maybe Coconut Creek, Florida, down there in Miami. Like, this ain't no joke. This dude really does remind me of Myles Garrett. And the thing about that is I don't want people to be in here and be like, oh, man, yeah, they wear the same number. You know, y'all know I hate that shit, right? People on the same number or people on the same team. It's his playing style in his lower half or his lower body mechanics that really remind me of Myles Garrett. So I want to introduce you to Greg Rousseau and get a little bit of film study on Greg Rousseau right about now.
What more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, so the first thing I want to talk about is Miami's scheme under Coach Manny Diaz. An even front scheme. You got a 6'7" edge player. That's the thing about that, right? So I love even front schemes because I love traditional 6 and 7 technique cats that are long like that with condor-like wingspans like a Greg Rousseau. Being able to just put his hand in the dirt and get after it, right? So he is one of these players that plays the run on the way to the passer. Like he's a complete football player. He wants to be good in all aspects of that, but his scheme allows him to be good in all aspects of that rather than I see a lot of these edge players that come out and they go to some of these teams in the SEC and they're playing a 3-4 and they're having to be outside linebackers. So he can do a little bit of that stuff, and not to mention he plays in a lot of reduction as well. They reduce him all the way down to a zero technique like you'll see here on the field. This kid he's just damn good. I like this kid a lot, man. And he has a lot of room to grow. He's not a finished product by any stretch of imagination. To be honest with you, he's kind of raw. Doesn't have that many moves, but what he does is he's a blue-collar cat, and he continues to work for it. But check him out right here. You'll see him split the double. He uses double as an opportunity, not as an excuse. Check this out. Split the double. You see him, the type of pad level that he still works with. Even being 6'7", you see him keep that pad level down. Now look at him. I think what reminds me of Myles Garrett is I feel like he kind of, I don't know, it's like a baby deer or something like that when he's moving. You can tell he's got to get stronger in his lower half, but he has such great length, that he's able to still cause havoc, and he's going to get stronger and stronger. But you see him here giving you half a man, splitting the double, continues to work. He gets a lot of those workman-like sacks, those blue-collar sacks, to where he just continues to work. But it works out well for him because, man, he's just a very lengthy kid like that, and he's very heady with what he has to work with. Man, look at this. I just love these Manny Diaz schemes. Very much keeping in line with guys like Ty Grantham and my man at Georgia Tech, Jeff Collins, all these guys that were under my boy, the hacker, Dan Mullen, and you can tell he likes a certain style of defense and a certain style of defensive coordinators. These guys are hella aggressive, especially with these fabricated pressure schemes. We see right here, right, big nickel, you got 3 safeties on the field, Bubba Bolden, Amari Carter, Gervin Hall, but look who's at a zero technique. Yes, that's your 6'7", 253-pound edge player. Now look at him. Oh, take the road less travel. That's what I call it now, taking the road less travel. Now check this out, right? Fabricate his pressure schemes. He's trying to work a multi-gap approach, right? You start with one gap. You move it all the way around. You're going to create that wrap pattern going on right there. So that leaves you with a green dog, right? You got a green dog here and Shaq Quarterman. That leaves him space wide open. But guess what? He didn't have to do anything because my man working on the wrap in the loop here, he gets to the quarterback. Look at him. Come on, man. Look at him. He's working here going against the right guard. Be first. I always say be first. Be first, fighting the hands, and the chicken fighting stays right there. Look at him. It gives him nothing to work with. My man just straight whiffs. Now he's out leveraged. He's done. Look at him. He's leaning like smooth criminal here because he whiffed. My man's turning right. Get that shoulder leverage there. Turning across. He does have inside help right here. I'm not sure what Cam Akers was thinking, if that is Cam Akers there, but he allows him to go through. I guess because he had multiple. He had Shaq Quarterman coming here as well, so you always got to get the guy who's the biggest threat or the most imminent threat. But with those long-ass arms, he's always an imminent threat. He's always there. He's always across the line of scrimmage anyway just because of his arms. Dude has some long-ass arms, man. All right, you got your shotgun tag power here. You got your tackling guards pulling. You got Rousseau back at a 6 technique. Now look at him maintain outside leverage here to work with contain. Meet the guard, head up, not concerned about that. Physicality is there. But look at him maintain, keep that outside shoulder free so he can still have that leverage and he gets in on the play too. So you got both your edge players in on this play, which is pretty good there. No longer have your man Jonathan Garvin there, but they still can have the best rotation of edge players in the entire country, obviously with Greg Rousseau there. But somehow Jalen Phillips is on this team. My man from UCLA, I believe he's the number 1 player in probably the 2016 class going back there. No, it was the 2017 class. I remember when I was at Rivals working for canesport.com, the Miami site there, and he was there at the Rivals 5-Star Challenge, killing people. Jalen Phillips is a monster. I covered him even when he was at UCLA. He's going to be very good for them. And they got the kid from Temple, the transfer that a lot of people wanted, Quincy Roche. So lots of talent at Miami. If you think back off the ball as well, somehow Zach McLeod is still on this team. I did something on him like 4 years ago, and he's still on this team. I thought he would already be gone. They're loaded, man. All right, check this out. Back at his 0 technique, and he was Johnny on the spot with this one. You see him working area blocking here. Oh, down goes Frazier. Who's that? Odenibo? Down goes Frazier. But look at Rousseau continue to work parallel to the line of scrimmage. Finally uncovers. And if he weren't there, this may be a longer gainer, but it ends up being a loss. Way out there. You got your 0 technique way out in space. That's what I'm talking about with the workman-like mentality. He's going to go hard every play. Pause. All right, back at a 6 technique, working next to big Nesta Silvera. Love me some Nesta Silvera. All right, here we go. Look at him. Obviously, working head up with a tight end. Got to be first. Them long arms allowed him to be first while being super far away. This dude stretched like Mr. Fantastic. Look at this. The plastic man here. He's first to the inside. So now he has the leverage in that aspect. Oh, look at this. He stretches this dude out. Stretches this tight end out. Tight end look like he's about 6'3". Now he's about 7 feet tall. Gets his ass stretched. I let him continue to work. Deep set by the quarterback. Got Shaq Quarterman has his back, literally. Running that arc. Quarterback takes it in the chops. No type of pocket presence. Nasty. Just nasty, man. So you can see, man, this kid can do it all. He played a run. A whole bunch of other stuff I could go through, right? But this is a film study, not a highlight channel. I want to show you some of the stuff that these kids can do, be able to break down the scheme a little bit to familiarize you with what these kids are doing. So this guy, man, I'm telling you, a potential number 1 pick, at the very least a top 5 pick if he can match what he did last year. Probably won't match what he did last year. He could. He definitely could, but I can see him maybe turning in 10 or 11 sacks and some other guys up in their sack totals. For one, he's going to have the eye of everyone in the country now that plays him, so he's going to get schemed against a little bit. But, hey, ain't nothing to it but to do it. Like I said before, a double is an opportunity. He seems to not mind doubles. He eats those for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So Greg Rousseau, there you have it, man. So let me know what you think about Greg Rousseau. You cats out here, obviously this really isn't for Miami fans. They know about Greg Rousseau. This is for you guys out there that just watch this channel for Alabama, Georgia, LSU, or whomever I'm covering like that. So this kid is as good as any of those guys that you have on your team at the edge player. I would say he's better. He would start at any of those teams. So, all right. With that being said, Miami fans, make sure you support your boy here. I might be back on this Miami content. I was trying to be thoughtful of the people, right? Because I always see these Miami cats pop up on my channel, but then they pop up on my channel and somehow they morph themselves into trying to be like me. So I had to take my shit back because I was doing this shit way before these dudes were doing this on Miami, and I was getting paid doing it, baby, at canesport.com for rivals, right? So I'm the man out this shit. This is my shit. I'll take it back, all right? Your boy Murph, the Underground King. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend, and I am out. Peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.